Right behind you. Right behind you.
I love this guy. Right, are you ready?
Here I am.
Nice warm Killowatt. Welcome to the mayor.
I was born ready. Oh, there we go. My favorite song right here. You know, don't trust the guy that wears sunglasses at night. So I got a buddy that does that on karaoke for me over at Peter D's. It's funny. First time he did it, he dedicated that song to the mayor. I'm stoked. Yep, then the love can't see me. Or maybe it's I can't see the love, but fuck love. Love is a very strong word. My dad would always say, tough love, son, as he beat me with a 2x4. Yep, I was raised in the days when you could beat your kid and not go to jail. But I'll tell you what, I learned real quick on what was wrong and what was right. I remember like the first time I had sex, my dad picked me up from that house. It was actually my buddy's sister. And my dad said, son, we gotta have a talk about the birds and the bees. And I said, Dad, you're too late. And he looked at me and then he said, what? He fist bumped me before fist bumping was like a thing. And said, don't tell your mother. And that's when I told my dad for the first time, you're my fucking hero, Dad. And I told him that on Father's Day and he started crying. I'm like, Dad, don't fucking cry. Men don't cry. He's like, it's a good cry, son. So, yep. I'm going to go see my dad in about a week. He moved out to Texas. I can tell he hates it out there from the weather. But he said, son, we're not going to kill Tony. Sorry. And I'm like, what? I said that was going to be our thing. We went father and, comedian to the Kill Tony. And he's like, we're not going. So, yeah, I counted that one out. I'll wait until I do my mobile tour coming up soon. So, yeah. So why did, I can't do that joke. I'm PG-13. Why did the whore go to church? She heard somebody was really hung. So I banged so many girls in my lifetime. If they never hit that red button, abort, I'd have my own fire department. And I told that one to the PB fire department one day when they all started laughing. And now when I do my mobile mic on the boardwalk, I see like one firefighter, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. And they're like wanting to hear the same joke every time, so I get really good at that joke. So, so I was raised with a lot of cats. My mom had 5 cats when I was a kid, and she used to always say, thank God my kids are not allergic to cats. I'd have to get rid of my kids. Yep, and she really did say that. She was quite the gal, still is. I take care of her. I take care of her and my grandma. My grandma's 85. We call her Gangster Granny. She drives an Escalade on 20s with purple pinstriping. And I put a new roof on her house. I'm in the construction business. I do that to support my comedy habit. And anyway, of course, it was a fucking heat wave when I'm doing the roof. And I walked in the house and I said, Grandma, I'm sweating like a whore in church. And she looked at me with those grandma eyes. Son, your mother doesn't go to church. I'm like, how could you say that about Mom? Well, she doesn't go to church. She's a whore. She was a whore. She took advantage of your birth dad at a high school party. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But my dad's up there with Jesus now. His nickname was Wrench. He was like the best mechanic, I guess, there ever was. His nickname was Wrench. That's pretty cool, and I'm a mechanic myself. See, I'm like MacGyver, mechanic, construction. So, But yeah, so my best friend Muck, I do have a buddy named Muck. He's 6'8", 285. He's a fucking giant. Size 17 shoe. Anyway, he's like the only guy I work with that I can trust on the job. And I called him 2 weeks ago. I said, dude, do we need a ladder for the window job? And he said, a water? I said, a ladder. And he said, a water. I'm like, you and your short people jokes can go to hell. fucking guy. Yeah, so I guess I'll end on this one here. I got what, a minute and a half? Minute? So let's see. You're trapped in a room with a rattlesnake, a lawyer, and a pit bull. You got a gun with 2 bullets. Who do you shoot first? Shoot the lawyer twice. How do you stop a lawyer from drowning? Shoot him before he hits the water. I asked my grandma when I got in trouble one time. They actually called me the U-Haul Bandit. I'm on YouTube. But yeah, go ahead, 747. My neighbor used to fly those. Actually, yeah. He was a pilot in Vietnam and then a pilot like that for 20 years. Just lost him not too long ago. Yeah, so goddamn lawyers, I'll tell you. I asked my grandma, I said, do we got any lawyers in the family? She said, what? I said, any lawyers in the family? She said, no, we got a lot of liars, though. So, yep. And then, so what happens when you finger bang a psychic on her period? You get your palm read. Everybody knows that. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, everybody. And I like Lord of the Anal Rings, not Lord of the Rings.
Let's give it up for Mayor.